start. We would like for you to pause between when I ask the question and when you answer, okay? So that we can have
Okay.
time to edit in between, if you don't mind. All right.
Okay.
The second piece is that when I ask a question, if you can just ensure to repeat my question in a sentence form. So if I say, "How is the weather today?" you won't say "fine." You will say, "The weather today is beautiful." So just wanted to bring out those two pieces. And then you and I have had several conversations, so I'm really excited to get started and hear you curate your story.
Okay.
Okay. So, can you tell me your name, the title of your company, and tell me a little bit about what you do, who you serve, and what your mission is?
I can start now. My name is Zaheer Faruqi. I'm the president of Venture Aviation, based in Atlanta, in Georgia. The company Venture Aviation is known for selling aircraft spare parts. Our customers are the airlines and the military all over the world. We find the solutions for our customers. They know we are available to them anytime, 7 days a week, 24 hours, every day.
Awesome. So, so tell me how long you've been in business, where your offices are located, how many partners you have all over the world.
We're located in a suburb of Atlanta. The city is called Peachtree City, and we've been here for the last 20 years. Uh, as the company has grown, we have opened offices where our customers have found a need that we should be there present during their time zone. So we have offices in China, in Turkey, in the United Kingdom, and in Canada.
Awesome. So, what I wanted to ask you now is um, with all of these partners all over the world, tell me how, when you started, where your revenue started when you started the company versus where you are now.
Our revenues when I first started the company, in the first year, of course, was very, very challenging because we started the company right after 9/11, or actually just before 9/11 happened 10 days later. So it was a struggle the first year, and we did not make any money. We were losing money. But luckily, we have developed a customer base that is uh, suitable for our growth. It's not just in the United States. We have expanded overseas because we felt there was a need to grow. There are customers everywhere in the world, and majority of our customers are abroad. So we have catered for them, and we're doing very well with revenues in excess of 15 million.
Is beautiful. So then let me ask you this. What would you say your competitive advantage is that keeps you successful?
The competitive advantage that we have over many of our competitors is that when a customer calls us, we take that problem as our problem, and we will work with them. We'll find a solution for them. If they're looking for an aircraft spare part, which is what we do, we sell aircraft spare parts. If we don't have it in stock, we'll search anywhere in the world to find it. We will find a solution for them, and they like that idea that we go beyond their expectations every time, and this is really helping us. The fact that we are available in their time zone, roughly about the same time zone as in China and Turkey, in the United Kingdom, and in Canada, that they can call us, so we are available to them any time of the day, any day of the year, and that is what is helping us win repeat business over and over again.
That is beautiful. So it looks like not only that can your individuals trust you, but your availability for them at any time is important. You talk to me about how the trust factor again. You mentioned before when we spoke about insuring pieces and things of that nature. Um, Talk to me about how and why your customers trust you so much, and how that adds to your competitive advantage.
The competitive advantage for us also means that we have a diverse workforce. Uh, uh, as far as the company is concerned, 70% of our people are diverse, from a diverse background. And they also speak different languages. This is perfect for us. They bring different ideas to the company. Uh, Something that is very unique to us is that when we sit around and talk about a problem, I can see the different ideas that people share and how and their perspectives, their opinions. That is what is making us more successful. Having a diverse workforce and being able to listen to them. And the beautiful thing about the whole thing is that we all share common values, which is giving back to our community. We firmly believe that we need to give back to our community and volunteer our time, whether it's to a Midwest food bank or helping somebody in need. That to us is very essential.
Absolutely. So tell me about, you mentioned that your company works with exporting goods and services. You mentioned your investors, that your investors are able to insure their assets. And so that also contributes to the trust that the client is going to get their product, and the product is insured. Tell me how that adds to your competitive advantage as well over your competitors.
Uh, the question about our investors, people have to have confidence in us that when we sell a product overseas, once the product leaves the United States, it's gone basically. We have to have the guarantee that we would get paid. What we have done is we have leveraged ourselves to uh, Exim Bank, Euler, Hermes Euler, etc., so that we can get our products insured. So, God forbid, if there is a default or somebody goes bankrupt, we would still get paid. And that is exactly what an investor would look for, that they want the assurance that they would get their funds back. And we like the idea that if you're going to sell something, we want to get paid. And this is the way we have handled our competitive advantage as well, by having every item that we sell overseas is insured.
That is beautiful. So in 2020, we've all been met with several issues as far as being impacted by the pandemic, a lot of the protests and things of that nature. I'm sure the airline industry, the aircraft industry has been affected as well. How have you pivoted in 2020 to adjust your business and still allow your competitive advantages to shine through in this current economic climate?
With the pandemic, as you've said, that the airline industry has been decimated, really decimated. People are not flying, and when you don't fly, the airplanes don't require the spare parts that we sell. The way we have pivoted ourselves is in two ways. One, we have concentrated our resources on defense. The military, uh, they have a budget to meet. They have a fixed budget. They have to comply with that, and they're looking for spare parts. So currently, about 50% of our sales have been to the defense side, and this is military all over the world, not just in the United States. The other thing we've done is when things were really getting bad in the beginning of this pandemic, we quickly realized that people needed personal protective equipment. So we immediately selling masks, hand sanitizers, and infrared thermometers. We still have a whole bunch of them here if anybody's looking for them. But that's the important thing. You have to be nimble enough to take advantage. And that's exactly what we've done is as a small company, we have taken advantage of the situation and growing our company that way.
Awesome. So tell me this. I know that you do a lot of business overseas. Um, Oftentimes, our best practices in America are not shared with, from a cultural perspective, overseas. What would you say are your top 3 to 5 tips on how to conduct business overseas?
To conduct business overseas, this is something that is not in everyone's DNA. You have to learn and get into it. The most important thing before you start considering exporting is that everyone in your company must have the buy-in. They all have to agree that this is exactly what we want to do, because there's a possibility that the shipping methods will be different. There may be different paperwork required. Maybe a translation of documents might be required. Maybe some approval from the Chamber of Commerce, some more stamps and notarization that might be required. There's a lot of things that are needed. You may need a website that would be in a foreign language. If somebody calls, are they understanding exactly what you're saying? Wouldn't it be nice if you had folks in your company who could speak a different language? Like in our company, we have people who can speak several different languages, whether it's Portuguese or Chinese or Hindi or anything like that. So we have those people on staff. The important stuff is that you need to be fully focused on overseas if you want to get into that business and have the necessary foundation to grow your company that way.
Beautiful. What does winning this award mean to you?
The award that we are getting as the Minority Export Firm of the Year uh, is something that is really, we are humbled, we are honored that we are being recognized. I can honestly say you, each and every one person in my company is delighted that we're being honored. And we truly want to thank you and everyone who has given us this recognition. Um, as I've always said, that if we are standing on, like Isaac Newton once said, if you're standing on and seeing something further, it's because we're standing on the shoulders of giants. We've had help from different companies, different organizations, whether it was Exim Bank, SBA, SBDC, MBDA, and the U.S. Commercial Services. There have been so many different organizations who have helped us get to where we are today. The Georgia Department of Economic Development have held a hand and taken us to different places on our trade missions. We couldn't have done it without their help. So we appreciate this. This is a very unique honor. We thank the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Department of Commerce and MBDA, and of course the MED Week for giving us this honor. Thank you.
That is beautiful. My next question is, how has partnership played a role in growing and excelling your business?
The partnership that we've had with various organizations has been very helpful to us. They have guided us. For example, if I was to go to do business in China, I had no idea how to get there. I took a trade mission. I went on a trade mission and they showed me how it is done, how to approach customers, how to culturally fit in and be able to understand that sometimes when a customer is saying yes, doesn't really mean a yes. And it requires a better understanding. And we can only do it if somebody has already been there, has done the work, and understands the culture. So we have taken different trips, different parts of the world we've been to, and we'll continue to do that. We will be depending upon our partners. And we've been also blessed with the Georgia Mentor Protege connection, who connected us with UPS. UPS was there for us for a whole year, helping us to improve our process and procedures. UPS is all over the world. You having them support us, mentor us, meant a lot. We have become a much better company because of that. So thank you for that too.
Wonderful. Are there any other champions in your midst that are the individuals that help to cheer you on and support you in doing your great work?
Well, there have been many individuals who have been helping our company grow. I think I have to thank every employee in my company who are team members. Without them, you cannot do well. They have been there for me, for my company. They've been giving the best time of the day to our company. I'm very appreciative of that. Apart from them, of course, there have been people, my good friend, Mr. Tim Fulton, who has been the chair of Vistage Group that I belong to, guided us, helped us. These are kind of individuals who are there for you in your time of need, and without fail, they'll help you. And we've done well because of that.
The future look like for your company with this new climate that we're in? What will we know what 2020 looks like and the fact that you pivoted, but what do you anticipate your company looking like in 5 to 10 years from now?
I see the company growing even further in the next 5 to 10 years for a simple reason. Right now, there are many companies who, in our space, in the aviation industry, who are suffering. Um, some of them may not survive. Well, what's going to happen to their assets? Currently, we are offering owners and other businesses, if they are willing to partner up with us or if they wish to consign their products to us, because we already have a customer base. We have over 1,600 customers all over the world. We can help them. So we intend to grow the company further in the next 5 years. 5 to 10 years, we will be in a much bigger company. As for my personal self, I'm truly blessed that I have three sons in the company. I would most likely pass the baton over to them very soon. And it's simple. I will take on a new role, which is a CEO. Um, to me, CEO doesn't stand for Chief Executive Officer. I consider that the C standing for customers, E for employees, and O for the owners. I will be available for the customers, the employees, and the owners much more than before, and making sure that this company is successful.
That is a beautiful answer. um, Tell me how um, your personal assets. Uh, I'm sorry. Let me restate the question. What I want to get to before I answer the question is who you are as a leader running the company. Oftentimes, the competitive advantages of the company is really it leans on the competitive advantage of the individual running the company. So, what I'd like you to do is just to kind of speak to me about some of your personal competitive advantages that are reflected also in your company.
I think the personal, as I look at it myself, uh, I did not become a leader overnight. It took me some time to become a good leader for the company. A leader is only good if you have enough followers. And what I believe we have done is we've kept a workforce that's very diversified, bring the best of the best into the group. Having people here, we have developed a very strong foundation. This foundation has resulted in us winning the SBA award for the Explorer of the State of Georgia, as well as for the Southeast region. We've received recognition from Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce, from Chase Bank, from many, many organizations. We've also been on the Inc. 500, 5,000 for consecutive years. The foundation has been laid, and the foundation is not only looking after your customers, being there for them no matter what time of the day it is, because they are, of course, in trouble. That's why they're calling you. And if they're calling you, how best to follow through and win their business by showing them the empathy that you need, that you are there for them. I believe that the foundation has been set, and it is now for us to grow the company even more.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, we're going to wrap up with a few things. One, is there anything else that we have not spoken about that you'd like to share?
I think we've covered most of the ground. Yeah, I think we have covered everything that we want. as far as I'm concerned, the giving back to our community is very, very important. The company also offers scholarship for students, and this is another way of giving back to our community. Scholarships, getting involved with the community in um, different areas. I serve on different boards, even the World Trade Center, and by showing to our community that we are part of them and empathizing with them is helping us not only in where we live, but also our customers overseas.
Beautiful. So the last thing I'm going to have you to do is just to repeat a few things after me, so that we can get a few sound bites. Um, the first one is I believe that, and you can put it in your own words, that I believe that one of my main competitive advantages is the ability to do business globally. Okay. So, and go ahead.
I believe one of the biggest competitive advantage for us is that we are able to do business globally, and we are doing business all over the world.
Perfect. Now I'd like you to smile for 5 seconds, and I'm going to count you down. Perfect. And now I'd like you to nod for 5 seconds. I'm going to count you down for that as well. You're going to nod like you know, yes, like you agree with what I'm saying. Okay, perfect. And now I would like you to say, you're basically going to say hello to the actual interviewer. Viewer, it won't be me. Her name is Lindsay. So you can just say, good morning, Lindsay, or hello, Lindsay, whatever feels right to you. Good morning, Lindsay. My name is, and then your company name. Okay.
Good morning, Lindsay. This is Zaheer Faruqi, President of Adventure Aviation. How are you today?
Perfect. Let me have you do it one more time without the how are you today? Okay.
Okay.
But that was perfect. And go.
Good morning, Lindsay. This is Zaheer Faruqi, Adventure Aviation.
Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to have you to say thank you because you're going to thank her at the end of her interviewing you. So you can say thank you, Lindsay, or thank you for this opportunity, or thank you for this interview, anything that you like to say in that way. All right. And go.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you for the opportunity. It's been a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Okay, that concludes our interview for today. You did amazing. Thank you so much for working with us at the top of the program. You're such a champion.
Okay.
Thank you again. And I will be circling back with you with our next steps.
Will you be using any of the previously recorded segments that I sent you or not?
Yes, those will be used on social media and some of the other marketing materials that they're sending it out electronically.
Okay.
And
Well,
then
thank you. And
the
I won't take too much of your time. We'll speak again soon.
Sure,
Okay.
sure. And then lastly, I will say that the B-roll, any photos that you've uploaded to your folder, we will incorporate those into some of the pieces, the speaking points we've talked about today.
Oh, that'd be nice because our employees are very, it'd be nice that everyone can see them because they're
Yeah,
what made me successful. And you can see how diverse we are, the kind of workforce we have. Okay.
yes. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank
Have a
you.
beautiful
Thanks,
day.
Eric.
You're welcome. Take care. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Mr.
Okay.
Faruqi.
Bye.
You can log off whenever you're
Right.
ready. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Matthew. Thank you.
Oh,